morning. Thank you, everybody. My name is Jim Dailey. I'm from a little AR design company in Buffalo, New York called Digital Delta Design. And pretty big user of the company that we've heard referenced a couple times here, Matai. We do a lot of work with their SDK programs as well as their AR browser with the intention of really kind of trying to do what the slide says, providing context. The thing that we have recognized the most is that coming from an advertising background, sprinkling in some education in there, and then riding that line pretty strategically, is that whether you're in advertising or education, you're trying to inform people. I mentioned earlier, if you're that soulless advertiser that tries to, reposition things so that people think they can't live without it, then that's still a hard sell. And if you're in education and you're trying to share ideas and provide information, sometimes you need a little bit more to support that. So I just wanted to focus a couple minutes on an application we've just done recently using the AR browser called Junaio, and it's Junaio, Junaio. It is platform agnostic, so you can go to the Google Play Store or the App Store and download that for free. This channel specifically is called the Great Batch Medical AR360 Tour. So if you download Junaio and if you specifically on your iPad, it's really kind of optimized for the iPad. But if you download this, basically what you'll be presented with is a virtual tour of a facility in Indianapolis, Indiana, that is creating customizable, cutting-edge surgical trays. So the idea for this company that started business a while ago by creating the artificial heart, what they're trying to do is do what Rubbermaid has done for all of us homeowners for years, which is provide things that stack in a nice little contained environment. So, but you're dealing with cutting edge ideas, you're dealing with a sales process that's very high dollar figures, and you're trying to entertain an audience that doesn't really quite understand what it is that you're talking about when you say, we have a cutting edge facility, we do our own laser cutting of anodized aluminum, we do manufacturing and fabrication, we do folding and stamping, we do custom and not embroidering, but we do customized digital inscribing on all of the kits so that you, as a hospital or surgical entity, can pre-establish your surgical procedure in the form of trays. So each tray represents a different facet of that surgical procedure. They can all be sterilized together as a kit, and then you basically set them on the operational table and go kit by kit by kit. These are all the incising tools. These are all the forceps and whatever those other fun things are that go in them. I don't know what goes in them. I just know what they go in. So one of the things that we were charged with was how do we showcase this cutting edge environment when people obviously can't go to our facility, and B, we're really not going to let anybody in because it's kind of clinical in cleanliness and OSHA parameters, so people only walking within taped aisles. So we thought that this would be a great application to enable people to glean some context when we're talking about we have this facility. Instead of just speaking about it globally and conceptually, we'd like to give them an opportunity to really explore it. So what we did was create a channel that included 5 360 views of the facility itself. And the first one, as you enter in, shows the main hall, and then there are actually 4 other designated areas that they wanted to showcase, including the innovation room, where they really kind of sit down and roll up the sleeves and concept what products they want to create. So we worked with a photographer. We got some 360 images. We stitched them all together. We exported them as cube faces. It all sounds very high-end, but it's really pretty basic in thought. And if you think about it logically, what we enabled people to do was step into a place that they would never be granted access, and then provide them some additional information. So as we look at this next item, application for this channel was actually to be used as a sales tool in a presentation with a medical facility. So instead of just speaking about it, I can actually hand my iPad to the person that I'm working with and let them explore the facility. And as you see there are a couple of buttons. Obviously, you've got to have some logistics in place. So there's the home button, which is going to get you out to the main screen. But as you go into these individual areas, you're able to click on POIs or points of interest for additional context. So I can't even read what that says. I'm turning 40, so you guys know what I'm talking about. But it adds a little bit more context to what this device does, or what takes place in this area, and really how it relates to me as that person making the decision on that purchase. This got bumped around a little bit. This is PowerPoint to a Keynote transition here. So really the application here is supporting that sales process by just really reinforcing the opportunity to not leave any questions on the table, to not leave any of that concept out there without providing the additional support. And one of the things that we now have the opportunity to do is take advantage of any space that's available in order to market it. So what you're seeing there is the logo, and as you're turning this device, it operates with a gyroscope within the browser, so you're able to view the entire facility all the way up to the roof, which is the zenith. And obviously when you lay it down, because you're going to shake hands and say thanks so much for your purchase, we put the logo of the company dead center in the middle of the floor, because that's what's going to be populating on the screen when you sit this thing down. So any area can be represented, any content can be supported with context, and I think what we'll find out a lot more about today is through some of this image recognition stuff and location-based opportunity, you really have an opportunity to provide as much online content to that's offline. And that's where we're coming from as a